Hi, I'm Jim Bradford. We have been impacted in the last 20 years on three significant cultural shifts, tragedies, if you will. September 9/11, 2001, the housing market collapse of 2008, and the COVID pandemic that we're still feeling the effects of today. Society and culture changed dramatically with each one of these events. I've been sharing my heart with men all the way back to the mid 90s. I have a passion for fathers and for husbands and for men, male leaders. I grew up in a home that was very challenging. My father was not a role model, a good role model at all. So when I gave my life to the Lord in 1991 and I come to know him as Abba, as Daddy, when I come to know God as Father and as Dad, it literally revolutionized my life. However, there was a lot of wounds deep inside I wasn't aware of that later in life through some of these events later got exposed. For example, in 2008, right before the housing market collapsed, I was the president and co-owner of a fairly significant AC and electrical contracting company. We were doing quite well. We had 44 trucks, 128 employees. Housing market collapsed and literally lost everything I owned. It was devastating. It was devastating. I thought for sure God was going to save my business. I had watched him do miraculous healings. One of my employees' sons had 4th-stage cancer, and he got healed. Literally, to this day, he's actually running a very successful business to this day. So I thought for sure God was going to heal my business. Well, it didn't. Everything went up in flames, and I had to go back to work, go out in the field and work for somebody else. I was climbing in attics as an AC technician. Quite honestly, angry, frustrated, confused, crying out to God. I had served God diligently since 1991, 1994 to 97. I was actually a full-time youth pastor. I tried to lay my life down for my wife and for my kids. I tried to walk out the footsteps of Hosea. I had sold out and I was confused. Everything went up in flames. Then one day I was driving to work and it just hit me. Matthew 6:33, seek first the kingdom of God. And what hit me just like a light came on is there is a kingdom. There's a kingdom and a king. There's a design and a designer. We're surrounded by systems. We have a solar system. We have our central nervous system, respiratory system, reproductive system, endocrine system, digestive system, skeletal system, cardiovascular. I could go on and on and on. We're surrounded by perfection. The way things work, they just are. The law of gravity, for example, the law of electricity. The law of electricity doesn't care what we think. Here's the day that I almost died. Right here. Literally, I was removing a part from an air conditioner. I turned the breaker off, even though I preached to my technicians, never trust a breaker, always use your meter. I did not do that. Turned the breaker off, loosened the wire, and a high voltage wire fell on my wrench. If it would have hit my hand, it would have killed me. The law of electricity didn't care what I thought, didn't care how much I love God. None of that mattered. The law of electricity just is. There's just a design. There's a design to everything. My business failed because I violated the design of business. I didn't manage my cash flow. I didn't have POs. There's a design to everything, man. There's a design to my body. There's a design to relationships. There's a design to business. There's a design for how we interact with each other. There's a design for the kingdom of God. That's why Jesus said, seek first the kingdom. We have to seek first the kingdom, then we have to love God with all our heart, mind, soul, and strength. That's critical. We seek the kingdom first. There's just a design. And as men, there's a design for us as men. There is. Adam failed that design. Jesus, the second Adam, came and restored the design for perfect manhood. He was a lion and a lamb. We're going to learn how to be both. Have a great day.